Who does that? Back of the car looks really nice.
I used to watch it.
Stop repeat.
I used to watch
it. Started. It's hot. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Evil Punk here, bringing you another drift video in Forza Horizon 4. This time in the S2000, another Honda, third Honda video. Johnny Tran's Honda, if you're familiar with who that is. Or at least the paint, the build is different. This video is back on my Xbox. I did a couple videos on the PC, but I was having trouble with the software getting good quality recording, so I decided to move back to the Xbox and see how the Elgato would do. So hopefully this one turns out better. Also, in this video, while I was recording, there was one main difference that made it a little difficult from PC to Xbox, and that's on the Xbox. For some reason, the traffic doesn't despawn like it was on the PC. I don't know if maybe the PC was maybe bugging out or something and the traffic just stopped appearing, or if maybe that's only a PC only sort of deal. I don't know, but the traffic was on the Xbox, and that did make it a little difficult to get a clean run on the route. So with that being said, let's get into the build. So for the engine swap, I tried the 1.6 liter turbo rally. I had a little bit of trouble getting the torque I needed with that motor, so I switched to the 6.2 liter V8, stock drivetrain, rear wheel drive, and for the aspiration, I put in the twin turbo. Aero, it's just a stock bumper and stock wings, so no adjustable downforce. The tires, I tried a little bit with sport and race. Race seemed to work better with the V8, and sport worked better with the 1.6 liter turbo rally, but for the V8 I went with the race compound. I left the tire width stock this time. Same with the rims, I left the S2000 rims on. I didn't change the rim size either. But this is new, this isn't something I've seen in a Forza game before, but track width. So I upgraded the track width as wide as it would go for both the front and the back. And then for the drivetrain, you always want your race clutch for the lowest shift times. And then same with the transmission, you want race transmission so you can adjust your gear ratio. And then the driveline I've upgraded just for that extra little bit of weight reduction. And the race diff, you need to be able to adjust when your diff locks, which is pretty much essential for a drift car. You could do it without upgrading, but I mean, it just makes it that much easier to have the race diff. So brakes are always upgraded to race brakes, and then this time I've gone with the drift springs. And the anti-roll bars I always upgrade for the ability to adjust them as well as the weight reduction. Full roll cage and full weight reduction. And then for the motor, I believe I just upgraded everything. So race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race exhaust, race cams and valves, race engine block, race pistons, race twin turbo. The intercooler, I don't think, yeah, the intercooler stock as well as oil and cooling. And then I upgraded the flywheel to the race flywheel. Now getting into the tune, I did change quite a bit with the tuning this time around. When I was using the 1.6 liter turbo rally, I did with the sport tire compound, I did adjust the rear tire pressure to about 35 psi, but for the V8 and the race tire compound, I left them both at 30. And then for gearing, I opened up the gear ratios a bit to hit those wider, broader corners a little bit easier. So I tuned the final drive more towards speed rather than acceleration. And then of course full camber, since this is a rear wheel drive vehicle. The front caster, I tuned down to 5 degrees from 7. And then the anti-roll bars, I don't think that I touched the front, but I did stiffen the rear quite a bit. It was softer than the front, but now it's a lot stiffer. Same with the springs. I didn't touch the front, but I stiffened the rear. The ride height was already I don't remember, but I put the ride height all the way down if it wasn't already. And then the rebound stiffness, same thing. Stiffen the rear. So stiffening the rear for all of these will give you a little bit extra oversteer, which is what you want when you're trying to drift. And then downforce, I don't have any adjustable downforce, so I couldn't adjust that. I left the brakes and the braking pressure, and then acceleration and deceleration, I both have them at 100%. Do I want to apply it? No, I don't. Okay, so that's the build and the tune. So let's go ahead and show you the video.
If you're on it, let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's waiting, coming, jump on it. If you're on it, let's do it. Riding my pony, my saddle's waiting, coming, jump on it. Don't want it, let's do it. Riding on it, let's do it.
Yeah, this one right here goes out to all the babies, mamas, mamas, baby mamas. Check this out right here.
I'm sexy, for real. Never meant to make it all the ground. Apologize, it's really touch. I'm sexy, for real. Never meant to make it all the ground. Apologize, it's really touch. Yeah. I'm sexy.
Some skills just can't be taught and all that stuff, but can you teach me whatever you just did?
Yeah.